Hello viewers, welcome to my orchid world. In today's video, we will discuss about a very common issue with orchids which I'm sure you all must have encountered. This is the curling of orchid leaves. As you can see in the picture, one of my Phalaenopsis orchids, a novelty hybrid. This is the novelty hybrid Violacea, which has beautiful violet color blooms. This leaf has curled. The new leaf that has emerged from the crown has curled. One of the previous leaves also had curled, came with that curled leaf, but all these years she has been growing, though at a very slow speed, but the growth was not very good. Roots have also not grown, but she has been surviving. Other novelty hybrids that came with her have grown much better than this one. They have also bloomed, but this one, the growth is also retarded and also there are no blooms. So, why does orchid leaves curl? Let us dive into the reasons that causes orchid leaves. To understand why orchid leaves curl, we need to take a closer look at their anatomy. Well, plant leaves have small tiny openings on the underside of the leaves which help and control the movement of water and nutrients. The cells are located on the backside of the leaf and they play a very crucial role in maintaining the plant's health. However, various factors can disrupt this delicate balance, causing the leaves to curl. One common culprit is improper watering. You see, orchids prefer a very specific regimen, and I have always said that Phalaenopsis orchids very sensitive but very easygoing orchids, but sensitive at the same time. You water them less, they will show up signs of dehydration, and you water them more and they will have their crown rot, they will have their root rot and various sorts of problems. So the culprit in my case is dehydration, because I had not watered her during my vacation days. I had kept her in a humidity tray, but I guess it was not sufficient for her. The new leaf that has emerged has curled, but the roots are all okay. I have examined all of them. I removed the media. It was sitting in this media for almost 2 years now, and I thought I should replace the media. There was more of sphagnum moss, which may have clogged the roots, and also when it becomes dry, the sphagnum moss becomes kind of bone dry. So I'll change the media, I'll repot her. So main problem in my case is dehydration. There are also other issues like over fertilization, and also there are issues like diseases, pests. These are the main three reasons for curling of leaves. And so after examining all the roots, I have found that all the roots are okay. So I'll repot her right away. Environmental factors such as temperature extremes and low humidity also can trigger leaf curling in orchids, and the leaves curl as a response to all these factors, to as a defense mechanism, so as to reduce water loss and to cope up with the low humidity conditions. So if you notice your orchid's leaf curling, it's crucial to examine its watering schedule, environmental conditions, and ensure it's free from any pests. So I'm going to repot my orchid. I'll use more of bark chips, which will give it an airy medium. I'll use very less sphagnum moss, and I'll fill up 1/3 of the pot with the medium, and then I'll place the orchid. Place the orchid in such a way that it is not very high on top of the media or very much buried in the pot. So also choose a pot which is sufficient enough, big enough to hold the entire root system of the orchid. So once your orchid is in place it in the pot with one hand and keep on adding more media. Initially, when you repot an orchid, it may not be that stable, and stability is a very crucial factor for the orchid to grow properly. Keep on adding media, and if for my pots, for my orchids, one hack that I use to make my orchids stable is use small pebbles of rocks, so that I'll place two or three big pebbles in and around the root system that holds the orchid in place, not necessarily burying it deep or suffocating the roots. And then once the root system is entirely established in the new pot, I'll gradually remove the pebbles. Once repotting is done, I'll place it back in my greenhouse and keep an eye on it because it is a stressed orchid with leaves curled. So I keep a special check on my sick orchids, orchids that need help, need attention, and I'll keep on checking this orchid from time to time. I'll soak the media and place it back in the humidity tray in which it was sitting, and regularly keep an eye. I should see if the roots are getting rotten, because that is one issue which usually happens when you repot an orchid, that the roots, one or two roots are become dead, or say they rot. So I'll have to keep a check on it. I'll put it back in the shade house and then see if anything else is needed to take care of it. I have placed the orchid in the greenhouse and filled the humidity tray with some water. It's not fully filled. This will supply the necessary humidity to my orchid. These days it's very hot in my area, and I need to place humidity trays below almost every orchid. And we will talk about another issue which is commonly seen when you overwater your orchids. Maybe I'll bring up a new video on that, because this has happened with me. You can see the novelty hybrid which came along with the violacea. It has grown quite well. It has bloomed thrice, and it's almost 4 years that I bought all the novelty hybrids. And you can see the difference in the two plants. This has grown quite nice. Leaves are very healthy, and so you can make a comparison. So hope this video was helpful for you. Please share your comments and also give it a like, and do subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.